Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stampin' with Jen. I'm just getting the live picked up or pulled up on my laptop so I can see comments. Why am I not seeing it? Let's see, I'll refresh. And there I am. And so let me just get this. And I can see comments. Woohoo! I did that the first time. Boy, I'm excited. All right, and it's 3 o'clock right on the dot. Boy, this is a good day. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to share with you a card that I saw. I was just flipping through my Instagram, and I follow a group called Stamping Through the Catalog, and happened to come upon one of their lives earlier this week. And this was one of the cards that Cindy, one of the gals in that group, did, and I just loved it. She's using one of our 3D embossing folders, the layered florals, which creates beautiful backgrounds. I love using this, but she used it in a very different way. So I'm excited to share that with you. And this is a card that I made with it the first time, and I'm going to make another one similar to this. And then my second card, I'm actually hybriding or combining, however you want to call it, this with another favorite technique that I have called the fractured technique. And I'm excited because actually we're going to do it together for the first time today. In theory, it should work. So I'm looking forward to trying it out with you guys today. So welcome, and we'll go ahead and get started. Let me show you. Like I said, we're going to be using the Layered Florals 3D embossing folder, and that can be found on our January to April mini catalog on page 65. It's right up here. You'd almost miss it if you were looking quickly and just looking at the stamps because it's up in the corner here, but it's absolutely gorgeous. So it's one of my favorite things. And I'm not a big floral person, but this is really pretty. So let's go ahead and first let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to create these flowers out of the white. I took white paper or white cardstock and did the floral embossing on it, and you can see. And then I took my snips, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut a few out and just cut around them. This does require fussy cutting, so if you're not a fussy cutting person, sorry, but you might actually enjoy this with this one because of the results you get. So we'll cut out that big flower. You know what? I'm going to cut out this medium-sized flower right here. And I'm just going to show you how I did this real quickly. Oh, you can't even see. Sorry about that. But I have some that I've already prepped for the card, so that it doesn't take me too long, because this can take a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, let's see, Gorgeous Grape, and we're going to use our blending brushes, and I'm going to use the small one. Just put a little bit on there. I'm going to tap it off to get it off some of the massive amount of ink that comes up, especially if it's a really juicy notepad. And I'm just going to go carefully over. See, there's almost too much ink on this one. You know what? I'm gonna cut another one out because I don't like how that turned out because there's too much ink. So let's go ahead and go with this big one right here. I'm not gonna worry about those little ones because I'm not gonna use them. And we're gonna get a little more ink off of that. And then we're gonna come on much better. We're going to do the flower, and then we're going to do the small one in, I think, let's see, let's see, oh, Fresh Freesia, because that's one of the colors that's in the DSP that I used. And so that's a light pink, so let me get my pink, that's a pinky purple color, so I'm going to get my let's go put that off to the side. I'll do a real quick swish over it. There we go. And there's our two embossed flowers, if you can see. Let me cover up, I'm going to close up my ink pads, otherwise I'll put my fingers in them. And make sure, like I didn't do, is I didn't make sure it was closed all the way. There we go. Now it's closed. Otherwise it might dry out. All right, now I'm going to take my paper snips, and you're going to cut along the edge. And it's sort of easier to cut than I thought it would be. But I'm going to cut right along the edge, and you're going to cut sort of in an angle so you can get right up underneath the embossed image. And you're going to fussy cut right along that embossed image. And remember, with fussy cutting, you turn the paper, not the scissors. Most of the time. Sometimes I find I have to turn the scissors, but not usually. So I'll cut this big one. I don't know, it was really cold earlier today, and now I bundled up all morning, and now it's like, whew, now I'm really warm. So I'll have to get a sip of cold water after this. Let's see. And there's our petal right there. All right, we're almost to the end. You know, here's the thing. It goes by a little bit faster and a little bit easier each time you do it. And I've cut so many of these flowers that this went so much easier this time around. I'll put those off to the end. I'll throw those in my trash can. And now we'll cut the fresh Freesia flower. And now the smaller ones, I'm going to have to admit, they're a lot more difficult because you have a little more of small ridges. I don't know if you can see them, but they go really small right there. You know, if you can't get them, not a big deal. Sometimes I get it and it doesn't look right, so I just sort of round off the petal a little bit. No biggie. So, but anyway, there we go. Almost done with this one. So just to give you guys a heads up, it looks like in April, I will be changing the time of Fun Friday Live from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock because I'm hoping to get into the classroom and doing a little more substitute teaching again. And since classes don't get out until 3 or 2:40, I want to make sure that I am able to get home in time and be here at the right time for our weekly gathering. So I'll be changing it in April to 4 o'clock. And that's because the last 2 weeks of March, they have spring break, so there's no school during those 2 weeks. And the couple weeks before, I'm going to be really busy, and I'm probably not going to be working much in those couple of weeks. So I'm not really worried about it too much through the month of March. So here we go. We've got our flowers cut. All right. And now we're going to go ahead and put those off to the side. I'm going to put my blending brushes away, snips away. Now let's go ahead and make the card. So you can see where I created or cut some of my other flowers from that. So here's our other flowers that I made. Made a bigger pink one, a couple small pink ones. I may have used bubble bath thread. Oh no, it looks like fresh Freesia. All right, so, oh, there's another one. First step, we're going to have our paper, and I will create, I just didn't get a chance to do it yet, I will create a tutorial or a PDF that I will post and attach to this video later today or tomorrow. And this will be also on my YouTube channel starting tomorrow. So anyway, we're going to take Highland Heather, 5.5 by 8.5, scored it at 4 1/4, and bone fold. And we're going to burnish that. Then I took my DSP, and this is really close to the edge. I think I have it cut at 5, I had it written down somewhere, but where did that? Oh, it's 4 1/16 by 5 3/8. So it's 4 1/16 this way by 5 3/8 that way. So we're going to go ahead and glue this on. All right. Oop, almost did it upside down. Don't want to do it upside down. This is one of those papers that has directions. Now, I'm going to try this out. I've heard that if you are adding DSP and you want an even border, if you line up and you turn the corner to you and you line up so those two are even this way on the bottom and the side, then you will find an even border all the way around rather than going from the top. And it looks like it did. Awesome. All right, we're gonna let this dry for just a moment, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the edge on the inside of, for my white of my card. And you know what? We're gonna use our silicone mat in case some of this glue squeezes out. And I forgot I made this longer so I can trim it, so there we go. All right, so there we go. Now, this was something that my mentor used and told me about. Rather than using snips for the gluing for the sticky stuff, apparently there's some titanium non-stick scissors out there, and so she recommended that. That way you're not having to constantly clean off your snips and possibly get them so they're gummed up. Although rubbing alcohol works really well from what I understand on cleaning that up. So this goes on the inside of our card. We're going to go ahead and put that in there. Glue. I know, sometimes I go between our white glue and our Stamp and Seal. It just, I don't know, it's whatever I'm in the mood for that day. So there's our thing, and the inside is 4 by 5 1/4, and we'll close that up. Now we're going to create the peekaboo, and what we have to do is we have to take, and I'm taking these 2 ovals, or not oval, they're like rounded rectangles, and I'm going to put them so that you have them evenly spaced. Let's see, trying to look from here to get my card straight so I can make sure this is straight. Oop, oh, my fingers are sticky. All right. Oop, there we go. And Post-it. Post-it flags can be your best friend when you're doing stamp and emboss, cut and emboss. So I'm going to go ahead and go straight over to my die real quick, my machine, and cut this out. Give me just a minute. I would do it on the table here, but it will shake everything. So give me just one quick moment. All right. And then we have our thing. So now what I'm going to do, oh no, did I make a mistake? I think I made a mistake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the other size of our Nest Essentials. Yeah, that's what I need to do. All right, so my window's gonna be a little bigger than I hoped. But what we're gonna take then is this one and create our step. I need to get white paper. Where's my white paper? All right, my white cardstock. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut out the frame that goes around this. So we're gonna put this on here. And we're gonna go cut it again. Give me just a quick moment. All right. And there is our frame. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to put a little bit of glue, and it looks like I grabbed not what was quite cardstock, but something that was in with my white cardstock. So that's what happens when you're on the fly. All right, there we go. We got our frame. It's not sticking. Give that just a few moments to dry. All right, there we go. So there's our peekaboo. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and put the sentiment. It says, "Hope you're feeling better." And I'm going to do that in Gorgeous Grape. We'll center that. Oh, oof, that was not right. Let's see if I can get a color marker. I don't think this works on it. No, it doesn't. So I apologize, folks. I put a little too much ink on there. So it's got some oops, but you know what we can do? We can cover it up with a small flower. So there we got our flower there. Let's go ahead and put our embossed flowers. I'm just going to sort of put them on and lay them on just to see where I want them to go. And let's see. That's pretty. Let's do a pink one there, and maybe a pink one there. What do you think? All right, so let's go ahead and attach these. I'll glue this one on first. Just put a little bit of my white glue. I'll put it right here. Sort of, the petals are framing it, and it keeps it from coming off the edge there too. Again, my opening is a lot bigger than I was planning, but you know, it still works. Let's put some more glue on the back of our flower. And let's see how we want to, let's do that. Like that. And we'll do our smaller, no, I think this is a good one because it's got this curve to it, so it frames it a little bit. All right, and let's go ahead and put our couple small flowers put, do a pink one, oop, pink one there. I'll do a pink one or a fresh freesia, a pinky purplish one there. And there is our peekaboo card. I am going to add a few, let's see. I wonder if our purple, no, you know, our purple gems might look really pretty on this. So let me find those. Our purple fine shimmer gems might look really good on this. So let's go ahead and put, we're going to put some of the fresh freesia ones. Oops. I'm going to take a pick tool and we'll put them right in the middle. Ooh, that was pretty. We'll put one right here. And we'll put one right there. All right. And that looks pretty, and just gusses it up just a little bit more, elevates it a little bit, gives it a little bit of that bling. So, all right, so here is our first peekaboo, not peekaboo, peek through. Oh, I wonder why that flashed. Our first peek through, and there we go, and it's a get well card. Using, now this DSP is from our Perennial Lavender, and I just, actually, I'm not a purple person, but I just love this. There's something about it that is just so pretty. So now let's go ahead and we're going to attempt to do a hybrid of this card. And if you remember the fractured card, let me have an example of it. This is one that was sent to me. This isn't mine, but this was made and sent to me. And the fractured card actually has the thin cardstock that centers on the center sentiment. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a birthday card using our Trusty tools. And we're going to use the stylus shapes. So I've got an 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. And we're going to go ahead and burnish this so it lays flat. And we're going to put our DSP on here. All right. And there we go. Nice, very thin white frame to set off that. And this, we don't need a white insert because we've got the white card inside. So this cardstock will be used to make the frame. And we're going to do oops, I'm trying to get them centered. Maybe if I bring it a little bit closer to me so I can see it. All right. All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and get Post-it. And I'll be right back. I'm going to go die cut it. All right, here we go. And I'll have to step away for just another second to die cut the frame in our peek through. So we'll go ahead and we're going to use the smaller, and I'm going to go ahead and take this real quick. Let's see, put it right here. We'll use our Post-it stickers again. And I'll be right back. I'm going to die cut this real quick. So, why? All right, here we go. So we've got our peek through that we've cut. We're going to go ahead and attach the frame and let that dry. And while that's drying, we'll cut our stripes that go and create the fracture points. So this is the peek through. Our peek through, put a little glue. You want too much, but you want just enough. You want the Goldilocks, dude. The Goldilocks man. Not too little, not too much, just the right amount. We're gonna go ahead and attach that. Push down. There's our frame for our peek through. And while this is drying, we'll set it off to the side. And I've decided to use Lagoon as the fracture portion. So I'm going to cut these into 1/4 inch strips. I need 4 of them. So we'll go ahead and get out my trimmer and measure 1/4 inch. All right, there's a 1/4 inch. I need 4 of these. 2. 3. Oop, that one's not going to cut straight. All right, we're going to grab this one and cut it straight. And 4. So here's our 4 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch to make the fracture. And let's bring our card back over. And if you remember with the fracture, what we're going to do is we're going to glue it and butt it right up against the center piece. So I'm not going to put a lot of glue on this one because it doesn't go off it's not really long on this. I don't know. All right. So we got that. And this one we're going to glue a little bit more because it is a longer strip that's needed. We're going to butt it right up against the white frame and press it down. I'm going to turn my card. And this is a shorter one again, so I'm going to go just about half of it. And there we go. All right. And then we'll do our last one. I'm going to fold this over so I don't accidentally glue it to the back of the card. And this is a shorter. Oh, actually, let's see. Yeah, there we go. All right, and push that down. And then with the fracture card, what we do is we cut at the edge. So I'm going to turn this upside down and use my snips. We're going to cut here. Oh, can you see that? Yep, there we go. Snip there. Snip there. We're going to fold this over and snip there. And there is our fracture card with a peek through. And we're going to wish this person a happy birthday. And I've got, I think this is from the Circle Sayings. So I'm going to do Blue Lagoon, or not Blue Lagoon, Lost Lagoon. And we're gonna see if we can, there we go, center that in our card. And we could even add a few embellishments if we wanted to, using, where is it? Brush metallic. What do you think? Should we add some brush metallic to this? I don't know. Let's put it up against, like I said, I like to take, because they've got, we could put a couple, like right here, and right here. I think we should go gold. Or do you think what color is this? I think no, I think we should go gold. Yeah, I think we're gonna go gold. All right, so we'll go ahead and go, let's go the bigger ones. There, and there. And then we're gonna go across. I think I'm gonna do 6 on here, go across. We're gonna go there, directly across from them. There we go. And there is our hybrid. It is a peek through and a fracture card come together. So let me know which one you think you like best, if you like our fractured or if you like them both. Here's our fractured peek through, and here's our regular peek through with the beautiful layered floral die or embossing that's been cut out, fussy cut. So there's our 2 cards for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope I didn't rush through this too quickly. They're actually very simple. It looks more difficult than it really is, but it actually is a really simple card. So thank you for joining me, and let me know which one you prefer, if you prefer our fractured peek through or our regular peek through. Have a great weekend. Don't forget, you can catch this on my YouTube channel, and I'll have all the supplies listed in the comment section or in the section of the YouTube channel as well. Have a great day. Bye-bye.